Okay, so here's the problem. Sai and Erin both look at Jessel as an easy target. Okay. And until Jessel puts them in their place, they're going to keep coming for her. There's some other things that I'm noticing, but I'm going to start there. But y'all, I'm going to try very, very hard to give an unbiased, I can't even say the word. I'm going to try to give an unbiased review or recap of my thoughts on Real Housewives of New York. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord, because baby, it's gonna be hard as hell. Okay, let's see how this goes. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Belle, and this is the Belle Perspective. And today I am coming at you with another review for the Real Housewives of New York City, season 14, episode 13, A Night at Swingers. Okay, listen, I have so many things to say about it, but I'm gonna again try to say unbiased.
Hilarious.
Try to see both sides. And I'm gonna try not to rant too much. That's what I'm going to try to do, y'all. Okay, again, pray my strength in the Lord. So we finally get to see a glimpse into Bryn's house. She's still fighting COVID. She's quarantined. My boyfriend actually he was diagnosed with COVID maybe a week or two ago. He had to quarantine. It was really tough because we lived together. So him quarantining in specific rooms, it was just the whole thing. He's still not feeling 100%. Y'all, COVID is real. Please mask up. It's crazy out here. Okay, so Sai calls Jessel. No, Sai calls Erin. Okay, so Sai calls Erin to dish about the situation with Jessel when she went to go have lunch with her. I did not realize that Sai's mother passed away so recently. Okay. I assumed that her mother's passing happened, you know, 10 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. That's what I thought. It was actually recent. And so now I'm like, oh, this is a recent wound. So now I understand where a lot of that smoke is coming from. Sai still is looking at Jessel as an easy target, because Sai just seems like that type of person who looks at people who may seem like they kind of weak, and she just like attacks them. But I have a little bit of a better understanding as to why Sai is like, this is a hot button for her because her mother recently passed. I mean, you'll never get over someone you love's passing, but I understand it's recent. It's recent. So that makes sense. She talks about the lunch. Now, here's the thing with Sai that's getting on my nerves. Sai, dear, you were 20 minutes late for the lunch. So, had Jessel been there on time, what would you have said if you were 20 minutes late, right? And so that also means, because you were 20 minutes late, that means that you had to wait 20 minutes for Jessel. So I think that's what made you mad. You were mad because you had to wait for Jessel and not the other way around, because you were late. And she's going around saying, I had to wait for 40 minutes. No, you didn't. You waited for 20 minutes. And that's it, because you were late as well. If you don't care, why are we even bringing this up? If you don't care, why are you calling Erin to dish about it? I don't talk to my friends about stuff that I don't care about. If I don't care about it, I'm not talking about it. Okay. I think that Sai uses the I don't care approach to deflate the people she's arguing with. So as soon as you start getting involved emotionally in the argument or the back and forth with her, she just says I don't care to make you feel deflated and defeated so that you'll stop arguing with her. But she actually does care. They bring up the situation with Pavitt going to Vietnam again. Okay, so I ain't gonna lie to you. I also was like, probably going to Vietnam. What the hell he doing over there? And you not giving him none? Girl, what's going on? So I'm not even gonna lie to you. I also was side-eyeing Pavitt, but I think that after this episode, I was like, oh, okay. Pavitt really is just going to Vietnam because he likes traveling first class. This helps him gain points for vacation for his family. He just enjoys doing it, grab a bomb and then come back. Hopefully I pronounced that sandwich right. Anyway, so I believe Pavitt. I do. So I'm not gonna lie, I was on the what the hell Pavitt doing over there train. I really was. So I'm not gonna knock them for doing that. So I get it. Because I was side eyeing them too. All right, so Jessel and Jenna. See, being unbiased. You see? Guys, please drop a heart in the comments because I'm really working very, very hard. Okay.
Okay, girl, bye.
All right, Jessel and Jenna, because I really could have gave side of business, but I decided not to. All right. So Jessel goes to see Jenna and really want to see what Jenna does. If you could give her like a quick spinoff like y'all did for Candy or somebody, all the girls, please give Jessel, Jenna, sorry, get these white ladies' names right, girl. I really want to see Jenna and what she does for a living. I saw something on YouTube, I think years ago. I can't remember. That's how I got introduced to Jenna and who she was. And I really want to see what she does. And I really want to see what she's doing in Scotland, y'all. I hope they give her like a spinoff or something like that, just so we can see what she does. When Jessel said that Ubah needs subtitles when you hear her talk, I was like, oh my God. I hollered because honestly, I struggle sometimes. I'm like, Ubah, what the hell did you just say, girl? So Jessel tells Jenna about the lunch with Sai, and can tell that Jenna has been to therapy and it's working. Whoever Jenna's therapist is, chef's kiss. I'm sure Jenna pays a pretty penny for your knowledge and your wisdom. It is paying off. It is working. She drops a few gems to Jessel saying, listen, you don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to prove yourself to anyone. And in the confessional, Jenna is saying the people who, oftentimes people want from people who won't give. And it's usually those people who won't give who we chase after the most. I said, ooh, whoever your therapist is, girl, ooh, you're paying ooh, it's worth every penny, sweetie. It's worth every penny. And I agree with Jenna. You don't need to defend yourself, Jessel. Everything that these women are saying, girl, you do not have to defend yourself. You don't have to say anything. Stand 10 toes on your shit. Now, all you need to do is get these hoes up off of you. Now, you do need to get these hoes off of you, but you don't have to, you don't got to defend yourself. You don't got to prove yourself or anything like that. Now, defending your business personally is not required, but defending yourself to get these hoes off of you, yes, do that. Okay. Shout out to Ubah. Y'all, Ubah Hot is completely sold out. I have been put on the wait list. I am going to review it for the Bold and Black Owned Perspective. That is my YouTube segment where I, shout out and review Black owned products, businesses, and services. So check that out. Shameless plug. Actually, not even shameless. Yeah. Yeah. Shameless plug. Anyway, so I am going to review Uber Hot, but it's been sold out for like months. Okay, so I'm on the wait list. As soon as I get it, y'all are gonna hear about it. She is partnering with a restaurant, several restaurants, according to her, and she picked a sandwich that she wants to choose for this restaurant's menu. Shout out to Uba. She says she's not ready for investors just yet. She doesn't want to have to answer to anybody. She wants to keep this train going for herself, and I'm proud of her. So as soon as I get an opportunity to review Uba Hot, I will be reviewing that and check out my Bold and Black owned perspective. We do a lot of good things on that piece. Okay, so Sai's auntie Sophia and Sai. First of all, Sai and aunties and mama, baby, genes are strong. Okay, the genes are strong. They all look exactly alike. She just looks like an older version of Sai, literally the same. Her mother, her mother Barbara was a beautiful artist, and this is when I realized that Sai's mother had passed away sooner than or earlier than I had anticipated, right? I thought not earlier, but it was recent, is what I'm trying to say. It was a recent transition. So Barbara, Sai's mother, was a beautiful artist, right? Sai pulls out a gift for her auntie Sophia, and Sophia's like, "Is this gift gonna make me cry?" Sai says, "No, it's not gonna. It's not gonna make you cry." Now, here's the gift, and this is where I side eye and side. I'm like, she need to be in therapy because this girl is not in touch. She is not in touch with her emotions at all. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about. David takes pictures of Barbara's artwork, beautiful artwork. Baby, that stuff was so pretty. It was gorgeous, okay? Gorgeous art. Beautiful art. Beautiful, beautiful art. So David takes pictures of Barbara's Sai's mother, all of her art, puts it in a book, right? Binds it, puts it in this beautiful bound book, and then they gift it to Sai's auntie Sophia. Now, again, Sophia asked, "Is this gift going to bring me tears? Right? Is it going to make me cry?" Sai says no. How the hell, Sai, did you not think that a book with her sister's beautiful, gorgeous artwork who recently passed away is not going to make her cry? Sai, dear, you and Bran both need to be on somebody's couch expeditiously. Okay. How are you, what are you processing, dear? Confusion. Okay. All right. So, and shout out to David because that was actually beautiful to do that. Like, that's so heartfelt and beautiful. Anyway, shout out to David. I'm side eyeing him though. We'll talk about it. I'm side eyeing. Damn. And I thought I was going to be able to go up for these husbands. Child. I ain't. The swingers. I did something like this. We were in Chinatown. Were we in Chinatown? Yeah, no, we were in Chinatown because it was like near Capital One Arena. So I did something like this, but it wasn't swingers. It was called something else, and it was cuter than this. It was cuter than swingers. Anyway, okay, so Erin's doing a couples night at Swingers Golf. She's inviting all the couples. You can bring your boyfriend, you can bring your friend, whoever, bring all the people. Sai comes there and she gets there first. Sai and David gets there first. And Sai says, "I'm not really hungry. I already ate before." Erin gets offended. Girl, now we don't already established that you don't be feeding people. Come on. So what do you want her to do? Complain about her not eating or eat before she comes to your event and sit there satisfied? Girl, Erin, pick a struggle because you can't have both, dear. Okay. Erin immediately tells Sai who all is coming. Are you going to be able to handle it with Jessel since y'all's lunch? I know you haven't seen her. Her being messy. Just, Erin, please, I need you to worry about your own business. Sweep around your own front porch. Okay. We're gonna get into that in a second. Give me a second. Sai does her, "I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care." Girl, the fuck you don't. Yes, you do. Girl, get away from me. I'm so sick of her. Now, from the way it sounds, now let's get into it actually. From the way it sounds, so Abe comes to sit back down, David comes to sit down, and they're talking again about Jessel and Pavitt going to Vietnam and questioning whether, what's he doing in Vietnam. Now, again, I ain't gonna hold them because I was side eyeing Pavitt as well. By the way, have y'all seen Pavitt with a beard? Hey, Jessel. Okay, girl. Pavitt don't need to shave his beard no more. Just to make him grow that beard again, girl. Make him grow that beard. Make him grow that beard, girl. Okay, and you'll be jumping all over him. All right. Anyway, so from the way that it sounds like Abe is constantly wanting to have sex with Erin, right? I mean, just beating the girl walls down, beating the men, right? It almost seems like she has to negotiate. All right, if I give you this, how long will this last me? Right? Can I get 3 days? Right? So here is my honest thought. This is my theory on Erin and why she's so obsessed with Jessel. And even Sai. Well, I'm gonna get to that about Sai. I think that Erin is so, I don't want to say jealous, but maybe fascinated, low key jealous. Let me throw jealous in there. Maybe jealous or envious. I'll say envious. I think Erin is a little bit envious that Jessel was able to go without having sex with her husband for as long as she did, her marriage still being functional, her husband not stepping out, not cheating on her that we know of. All right, not doing and leaving her like David said he would do, right? Not cheat on her like Abe said he would do. And their relationship is still intact. I think Erin is a little envious of that. Okay. Erin literally has to open her legs up every single day to keep this man from cheating on her. Okay. She got to open her legs and her mouth every single day to keep her man from cheating on her. All right. That's a problem. And I think that Erin is jealous of that. And so she's coming for Jessel because of that. That's what I think. Because again, Erin and Abe's exchange, she was like, "I just gave you a BJ. That should give me 3 days." I'm like, "Girl, you over here negotiating?" uh, Erin, sweep around your own front porch. And quiet as it's kept, while we in here talking about Jessel and Pavitt, dear, we need to be digging into Erin and Abe's relationship because that shit seem it's a little shaky. it's a little shaky. Okay. So they start talking about Pavitt and this trip and him going to Vietnam. And they're asking Pavitt, why are you going to Vietnam? And you know how they make it like seem weird, like, why the hell are you going to Vietnam, Pavitt? Right? And what they're trying to imply. Pavitt says, I just go because I like to travel first class, international. I'm eating caviar in the sky, right? I go, I get a Bombay sandwich, and then I come back. And it builds points for my family. And this is my getaway time, right? Which makes sense. I actually believe him. The girls keep trying to push him, like, well, did you book it for last week? Are you going this week? And he was like, no, book the tickets. They're $900. They're on special because Vietnam just opened the borders, but they haven't booked it yet. He doesn't know exactly when they're booking the travel. Now, I don't know how that works, but I believe him. You can book a flight and not know exactly when your flight is going to be booked. Like, here's the date, here's the time. I know that is a thing. I've never experienced it, but I know it's a thing, especially if it's like a special or something like that. It's kind of like one of those things like grab these tickets now. You don't know when you're going to go, when you're going to leave, but you want this specific deal. And if this is where you really want to go and this is a specific deal that you're interested in, book them now and we'll tell you when you leave later. I haven't experienced it, but I know it's truth, right? Plus, I mean, you literally can look it up and find out if the man lying. Like, this is Googleable information. Okay, it's not like you can't just go back and look at it. So they played the footage of Jessel explaining the situation and why they plan the staycation, and she literally in the footage says Pavitt is leaving for Vietnam in a couple weeks. That does not sound like next week. It says in a few weeks he is going to be going. I'm not sure exactly when. She didn't even give a date or time. She just said he's planning to go to Vietnam at some point, and we're planning the staycation before he goes. That makes complete sense. Sai, you heard what the hell you wanted to hear so that you can then go back and try to box this woman in. And that gets on my nerves. Okay? So the guys get up to go golfing. They start the first round of golfing, and it's Sai, Jessel, and Erin still sitting there talking. And Sai starts to go in on Jessel. You know, you were late. And I'm like, again, you were 20 minutes late as well. You're just mad. You thought you was going to be a diva and show up 20 minutes late for her, but she made you wait 20 minutes. That's your problem. Okay. So Sai starts going in. And, I didn't care. And you're being insensitive. You brought up your uncle about my mom and you're just trying to compare. You don't make any sense and you lie all the time. And Jessica was like, well, how did I lie? She was like, you told us that Hobbit was going to Vietnam this week or last week or next week. And he's not even booked. She was like, I didn't say that. I said that he was going to be going in a couple weeks and we weren't sure exactly when the tickets were going to be booked. And she even didn't even say all of that. She just said he's going in a couple weeks. Says, "Sai, you looking for anything to try to pin this girl to the wall." Because the issue is not Jessel. The issue is you and you being the person that you are. So I'm very glad that Pavitt was reading room. So just Pavitt and Jessel, not Pavitt, Jessel and Sai continue to go back and forth, and Jessel calls her uh a diva, which later on I was like, no, Jessel, you call her a diva. She called you a bit. Okay. So just Sai gets up. Oh my God, I'm so sick of this. I don't care. I'm not dealing with this. Such a bitch, right? She walks off, goes meet with the guys. She then starts trying to be passive aggressive with Pavitt about him going to Vietnam, asking like sideways questions and just kicking up dust over where the guys are. And Pavitt in the confessional says, I don't know what Sai's problem is, but she needs to get off my get off my relationship with me and Jessel. I know that's right. Come on, Pavitt. Come on, Pavitt. Reading the room and understanding what's going on. So as they're having that, Ubah gets there. And I think, so I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm going out of order. But in the back and forth with Sai and Jessel, Ubah gets there. And Ubah is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. She's such a cutie. She's such a cutie. And she's sitting down and talking and kind of listening and observing and just like, listen, I'm about to mind my business. I don't have time to be in the foolish with them. I don't want to have nothing to do with this. I feel the tension, but I don't want to have nothing to do with it. Okay, so the guys come back to the table. The guys inside come back to the table and they're talking. And this is when they open up and start having the conversation about why did you marry the person that you married? And um on the side, Ubah shows Sai, the dude her friend, her little friend, okay? And so I was like, oh, let me see. I'm not going to say a word. Uber says, I haven't told anyone on this show. Basically, don't say nothing to nobody. Right? I said, girl, Uber, now you know good and damn well telling Sai is, you might as well tell everybody. Okay? Uber says in the confessional, oh, Sai's not going to say anything. I said, girl, you, okay. This going to come back. This is going to come back. And indeed, we see in the previews, it's going to come back. So David, and this is why I was like, David, I got my good eye on David. I got my good eye, and that's a shame because I was singing his praises earlier. David says, Ubah, you're a beautiful, intelligent, strong, just amazing. Oh my God. And you're single. Don't you want someone? Said, now, I would have been okay had he just asked if she was, are you interested? Are you dating anyone? I've been in situations where I was the single girl at the time, and I've had guys ask me about me being in a relationship, etc. And I never got a good feeling about them when they asked me that. I never got a good feeling. Side Eye and David, please get down in the comments and let me know if I'm crazy. Y'all, if y'all think I'm crazy, please let me know. It's like, David,
It's getting weird.
I don't know about that because he was all touchy feely. This is my girl. This is my girl. I bet it is. I bet it is. Keep a good eye. I got my good. Hold on, it's a good eye. My good eye on you, David. He got a little thing for Ubah. You better watch him, chat. I'm watching him. This is when Ubah poses the question. Their takeaway after Pavitt responds, "Oh, so you married Jessel because she lets you do whatever you want?" Said, y'all are looking for any and everything. For any and everything. Okay, so Jenna, Jessel, and Bryn, they are all meeting at Jessel's home, which first of all, that couch and that ottoman that she had, that is exactly what I'm looking for. That's exactly what I'm looking for in my place. Right now we're using my boyfriend's old couch. So when we decided to move in together, he was coming in from the suburbs, and I ended up selling my old stuff. Long story short, that's the couch I want, but I'm trying to compromise. Oh, relationships, y'all. Anyway, that's the couch I want, and I'm gonna get it by the beginning of next year. Anyway, okay, we're moving on. All right, so they go to Jessel's house. Oh yeah, so she starts talking to Bryn and Jenna about the situation, and I love how Jenna just kept it real with her. Again, it's a recent loss, okay, and you comparing your uncle to her mother passing can be a little insensitive to someone for a recent event, right? So Jenna kept it real with her. I get it. Mother compared to uncle, right? But also keeping in mind that some people's family members, like my grandmother was my mother for me, okay? So there may be different dynamics in relationships. And I honestly do not think that Jessel was trying to, like, you can tell when someone is just trying to one up you, okay? I don't think Jessel was trying to one up you in the oppression, depression, sadness, sad girls Olympics. Like, I think she was genuinely trying to extend an olive branch and relate to her in a way, right? And I just think that Sai was just being who she is, insufferable, okay? And so again, Jenna gives her the real, like, listen, let's be for real. You going to try to compare her mother, who recently passed, to your uncle, that's very, you probably want to tread lightly, especially if you're just meeting this lady. And that's the thing that really needs to be said, right? But they can't say that because that'd be breaking the fourth wall. You literally just met this lady. You doing that is probably not the best thing to do. And I appreciate that. Bryn says she's stirring the pot. So she goes in. I'm like, Jessel, do not trust her. Do not say nothing to her. Because she go back and tell everything that you said. Just like she carrying the bone for you, baby, she going back and doing the same thing. So Bryn is spilling some of the things that Erin said about the situation at Swingers. And, Erin told me that the reason why Pavitt married you is because you let him do whatever he wants and that he doesn't wear his ring and that there's a situation going on in Vietnam. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, okay, I appreciate Brian for saying all of this, but I also was just like, Brian, oh my, really? Pavitt sits down and I appreciate Pavitt. I appreciate Pavitt. Now he says that the girl Sai is bipolar. Now I don't know if he should have said that, but him defending Jessel, here for it. I am here for it. Now, Brendan, the confessional says, you're going to your friends to talk to your friends, and they use that word friends loosely. These women are not friends. They are not friends. Okay, I use that term loosely. He says, you're going to your friends when you're having issues with your marriage. I was like, no, you need to go to a therapist. You do not need to talk to these women, especially not these women. Okay. She said, you go to your friends to talk about your relationship issues, and here they are trying to poke holes in someone's marriage. The only time you should be poking holes is when, it's a rich man's condom. I said, I knew she was going there. I knew she was going there. Ooh, child, mama need a rent paid, okay? Jenna, Jessel,
You better
Bryn,
get these white ladies' names right.
Bryn ultimately says to Jessel, listen, you need to stand up for yourself. The only way that you're going to get these hoes off your back, is by standing up for yourself. Literally telling them, F you, get out my motherfucking business. And she's absolutely right. All right, y'all get down in the comments. Ooh, this video is 30 minutes. I'm going to chop it up as much as I can because, but it gave me a lot. It gave me a lot, y'all. Anyway, get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about the episode, and I'll see you guys in the next one.